Before we start, I need you to hear this clearly. Valentine's Day is not about roses. It's not about chocolates. And it is definitely not about posting a blurry Instagram story with the caption, "My person," at 11:47 p.m. because you forgot earlier. Valentine's Day is about interpretation. And if you misunderstand what this day means to her, you can do everything right and still somehow be wrong, which is impressive, honestly. Most men think Valentine's Day pressure comes from women. It doesn't. It comes from confusion. Because Valentine's Day isn't a test you sign up for. It's a pop quiz. And the worst part? Nobody tells you the questions ahead of time. These are the 20 things girls want men to understand times before times Valentine's Day. Not during the argument. Not after she says, "It's fine," in that tone. Before. Because once disappointment sets in, even Amazon Prime can't save you. First thing, Valentine's Day is not just one day. Women don't experience it as February 14th. They experience it as the entire first half of February slowly creeping up on them like a suspense movie. Every ad, every TikTok, every couple post. Her brain isn't thinking, "I want gifts." Her brain is thinking, "Am I going to feel chosen or ignored?" If you're completely silent leading up to Valentine's Day, she notices, not aggressively, quietly, which is worse. Second thing, planning is emotional reassurance. Men hear planning and think spreadsheets. Women hear planning and think priority. When you say, "We'll see," or "I'll figure something out," what she hears is, "You are currently competing with my PlayStation," end quote, even if that's not what you meant. Intent does not cancel impact. It never has. Third thing, asking what she wants is not the problem. Asking too late is. Asking early feels thoughtful. Asking on February 13th feels like you're outsourcing responsibility. She doesn't want to build a surprise for you. She wants to feel known. There is a big difference. Fourth thing, impressing her is overrated. Understanding her is elite. Expensive doesn't mean meaningful. A woman would rather receive something that clearly connects to her personality than something flashy that feels like it came from the boyfriend panic aisle. You know the one. Fifth thing, one perfect Valentine's Day does not erase a year of emotional dryness. You cannot ghost her emotionally for months and then pull a dramatic comeback with candles and expect a standing ovation. Valentine's Day magnifies whatever already exists. If things are good, it feels magical. If things are off, it feels heavy. Sixth thing, when she says, "I don't really care about Valentine's Day," that does not mean she does not care. It means she does not want to feel embarrassing for caring. Most women learned early that wanting romance can be labeled as too much. So they downplay, they soften, they pretend they're chill while still hoping you show up. That's not manipulation. That's survival. Seventh thing, Valentine's Day is emotional confirmation. That's what it really is. It's not about proving love exists. It's about checking whether it's still alive. Like tapping a microphone and saying, "Is this thing still on?" On Valentine's Day, her subconscious is running one quiet question in the background, like a system update you didn't authorize. Are we okay? Or am I lying to myself? Effort calms her nervous system, not grand gestures. Effort, because effort signals safety. And safety is what allows attraction to breathe. Yes, attraction has asthma. Don't choke it. Lack of effort doesn't cause an explosion. It causes silence. And silence is dangerous because it sounds peaceful while it's doing damage. The relationship equivalent of "everything's fine" in a calm voice. Not dramatic overthinking. Silent overthinking. The kind where she's smiling at you but mentally replaying moments from 3 months ago. Moments you don't even remember, which is already part of the problem. And once that shift happens, it's hard to reverse. Eighth thing, last-minute plans feel exactly like what they are. Last minute. Even if the date itself ends up being good. Even if the food is amazing. even if the conversation flows. The stress beforehand sticks, because scrambling energy is not romantic. It feels like being squeezed into someone's schedule, like you're wedged between laundry and return Amazon package. It feels like I fit you in, instead of I chose you. And nobody wants to feel optional on Valentine's Day. Optional is for side quests. There is a massive emotional difference between I planned this for you and I managed to pull something together. One feels intentional, the other feels accidental, and nobody wants to feel like an accident. Ninth thing, women notice patterns, not in a creepy detective with a wall of photos way, but in a quiet, emotional math way. The kind where the answer always somehow equals, If effort appears only on holidays, it feels performative, like you're showing up when the calendar reminds you. If effort exists year-round, Valentine's Day feels like a bonus, a celebration instead of a compensation. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be poetic. You don't need to suddenly become a rom-com character who owns 3 scarves. You need to be consistent, because consistency tells her she doesn't have to beg her own partner to show up. 10th thing, Valentine's Day is not about sex. And if the vibe feels like, I did this, so now you owe me, attraction immediately evaporates, like someone turning off a light switch you didn't see. Romance with expectation attached feels like a receipt, like there's an invisible checkout counter at the end of the night. Affection without pressure builds desire. Pressure kills it. Pressure absolutely murders it. Nothing makes someone feel less wanted than realizing they're being romantic for a payoff. If you're present, affectionate, and genuinely connected, intimacy happens naturally. If you're transactional, it feels forced. And forced romance is worse than no romance at all. 11th thing, comparison is real, even when she hates that it is. She doesn't want to compare you to influencer couples. She knows half of them hate each other by Tuesday. She compares how she feels with you to how she feels when she's emotionally safe. That's the real comparison. If Valentine's Day makes her feel lonelier than usual, that contrast hurts, because it highlights what's missing instead of what's present. Loneliness in a relationship hits harder than loneliness alone. At least alone, you're not confused. 12th thing, presence beats plans every single time. And this is where a lot of men quietly lose without realizing it. You can book the nicest restaurant in the city. You can get the reservation that everyone says is impossible to get. You can dress well, show up on time, and technically do everything right, and still lose the moment your phone lights up and your attention leaves the table. Because presence isn't about where your body is. It's about where your mind keeps wandering. If you're sitting across from her but mentally replying to group chats, checking notifications, or half listening while waiting for your food, she feels it immediately. You don't need to say anything wrong. Your absence speaks for you. Eye contact matters. Listening matters. Laughing at the same moment matters. Being curious instead of distracted matters. Actually being there matters. That's the flex, not the reservation, not the price tag, not the story you post afterward. Presence is what turns a date into a memory instead of a checklist item. Women can tell the difference between someone who planned a night and someone who showed up emotionally. One feels warm, the other feels hollow, and hollow moments don't stick. They fade fast. 13th thing, confidence matters, but not the loud, performative kind, not the chest-out, podcast-inspired confidence that feels like you're trying to convince the room you're in control. Real confidence is quiet. It's calm. It says, I thought this through. Confidence is when she doesn't have to worry about what's next because you already handled it. It's when you don't ask, is this okay? Every 5 minutes like you're filling out a feedback form. Because every time you do that, you shift the emotional responsibility back onto her. Suddenly, she's not enjoying the date. She's managing it. And management is not romantic. Leadership isn't about dominance. It's about direction. It's about making decisions with consideration and then standing by them. She wants to relax into the experience, not supervise it. She didn't sign up to be the event coordinator for her own Valentine's Day. Confidence creates space for her to soften. And softness is where connection grows. 14th thing, your attitude sets the tone more than anything else, more than flowers, more than plans, more than the setting. If you act annoyed, sarcastic, or inconvenienced by Valentine's Day, she feels like a burden. Even if you technically did everything right, she can feel resentment underneath politeness. She can hear irritation hiding inside jokes. And once she senses that, the night changes. She'd rather downgrade the plan than feel like she forced you to care. She'd rather do less than feel like she asked for too much. Resentment ruins romance faster than a bad restaurant ever could. Faster than cold food. Faster than bad service. Nothing drains attraction like realizing your presence is being tolerated instead of enjoyed. Romance can survive mistakes. It cannot survive bitterness. 15th thing. Memory is intimacy, not grand gestures, not speeches. Memory. Remembering her favorite candy without asking. Remembering how she takes her coffee. Remembering a story she told months ago that didn't benefit you in any way. That's intimacy. Because memory signals attention. And attention signals importance. Valentine's Day highlights memory because it exposes what you've been paying attention to all year. You don't remember what you don't prioritize, and she knows that. She notices when you remember details effortlessly. She notices when you don't. Memory isn't about intelligence. It's about care. It's proof that she occupies space in your mind, even when she's not in the room. 16th thing. Symbols matter. Not because they're logical, but because humans aren't logical creatures. We're emotional creatures who justify with logic later. Valentine's Day is symbolic whether you like it or not. Ignoring symbolism doesn't make you rational. It makes you disconnected. Pretending you're above it doesn't make you enlightened. It makes you unavailable. Symbols are emotional shortcuts. They communicate meaning without needing explanations. When you dismiss them, you dismiss the meaning they carry. And meaning is the entire point. 17th thing. Effort feels different when it's mutual. When effort is balanced, Valentine's Day feels light. It feels fun. It feels like a shared moment. When effort is one-sided, Valentine's Day feels heavy, like a spotlight. And spotlights expose imbalance. They don't whisper it. They amplify it. If she's been showing up emotionally all year and you haven't, Valentine's Day makes that impossible to ignore. It forces a comparison between energy given and energy received. Imbalance doesn't always cause fights. Sometimes it causes withdrawal, quietly, slowly. And once that starts, it's hard to notice until it's already done damage. 18th thing. She wants emotional safety. That means no jokes about Valentine's Day being fake or stupid. No minimizing. No eye rolling. That doesn't make you edgy. It makes you unsafe. Because minimizing her feelings teaches her to hide them. Hidden feelings don't disappear. They stack. Emotional safety is what allows vulnerability. Vulnerability is where intimacy lives. Once she shuts down emotionally, she stops sharing. Once she stops sharing, the connection starves. Not dramatically, just quietly. 19th thing. She wants to feel chosen privately and publicly, not performatively, not excessively, acknowledged. She wants to know you're proud to choose her, that you're not hiding her, that you're not embarrassed by affection. Public acknowledgement doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be intentional. Private reassurance builds security. Public acknowledgement reinforces it. You don't need fireworks. You need intention. 20th thing. What she remembers isn't what you bought. it's how she felt. Did she feel prioritized, secure, appreciated, or did she feel like wanting effort was asking for too much? That's the real outcome of Valentine's Day. Gifts fade, plans blur, feelings linger. Valentine's Day doesn't create pressure. It reveals priorities. When a woman feels chosen, she opens up emotionally, physically, energetically. When she doesn't, she pulls back quietly, not to punish, to protect herself. She doesn't announce it, she adjusts. Understanding Valentine's Day isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about awareness, and awareness is attractive. If this made you laugh, reflect, or cringe a little, that's the point. And if you've ever felt unseen on Valentine's Day, remember this: you weren't asking for too much. You were just asking the wrong person. This is The X-Files.